Good afternoon. So today I will be presenting my case study on the Suncoast Primate Sanctuary. They are a nonprofit organization that houses over 100 animals, mainly primates. However, they do have turtles, tortoises, birds, reptiles, also available on their property. They have 15 doctors that help care for the primates medically or the animals medically, and they are an organization that does thrive off of donations and community service. Almost every member of the SPS is a volunteer. And in terms of donations, they do accept food and drink donations as well. And I feel like that really speaks to the organization because they're not just requesting monetary donations or gifts. The first thing that I do want to discuss on their website is their logo. So in looking at the SPS's current logo, I feel like Gestalt theory could be applied here in terms of continuation, closure, figuring ground. When it comes to the figuring ground principle, when it comes to the leaves outline and the shape of the primate as a positive while the background serves as a negative. And I just wanted to touch on that briefly. Okay, and then in applying uses and gratifications theory, I do feel like they at least attempted to apply personal integration. So here on their iAnimals page, you can find a little bit of information about the animals that they have available. I mean, not available, but just on their property, and that the animals that they're caring for. But it doesn't provide much information. So if you go ahead and click on chimpanzees, it'll show you the different chimpanzees they have on the property, and it'll give you their names, but it doesn't provide any information beyond that. And if a user was to look for information further, I think that Stram's fraction of selection would also be applied here, because the effort it takes to find further information about some of these animals, I think, outweighs the reward in finding the information about the animals. However, I do want to note that they have been making subtle changes to their website, so it is slightly more responsive and a little bit more organized than it has been in the past. Also, I did want to point out that there are some aspects of interactive communications theory. So as we go ahead and scroll down their page, you can find articles written here, and then users can comment and interact with SPS members as well as other individuals. So here we have like an SPS member interacting with a potential customer, and then as you also on their Our Animals page, you can see how SPS members and other individuals are interacting with each other, just holding conversations with one another and engaging with each other. So in my website redesign, I also wanted to show you the events page. I forgot about that. So here is their current events page. This is also another page that I redesigned. So in turning to my redesign, I applied theories of constructivism. I wanted to be able to slightly control the user's eye movement and make it less overwhelming than the original homepage. So in applying that theory, so when a user hovers over their mouse over an image, the image will grow slightly. And it applies to any image they're hovering over. Once they stop hovering over it, the image will return back towards normal size. And there's also supposed to be like it's supposed to be like a carousel feature. So if they were to slide their mouse to the left or to the right, it would just be a slow animation of just going through the images that are available. And then as we scroll on down, so this is the primates page and originally Our Animals page, and here is like an interactive matching game. Ideally, I wanted when someone hovers over the primate's names, the card should flip, and it should tell you what kind of primate it is. So Chocho is a spider monkey, and if you hover over Chocho, spider monkey would show up, and then you match the spider monkey Chocho to the fact that correlates with his species. And I felt like that it not only was an interactive game that could be used as a form of entertainment, but it's also beneficial in personal personal integration. So now the user is more informed. They have fun facts that they can share with other individuals, whether they share them on a visit or before a visit, or they just share it in general. And then as we scroll on down to the events page, I wanted this page to feel more inviting and provide information on the events available or upcoming and recent events. And so doing a little backtracking here, I do want to go back to the home page and point out the buttons available, the donate and get involved button. I feel like the get involved button could also be applied to the use and gratifications theory in terms of an active audience. I feel like it makes the individual feel like, I can help. How can I be of assistance? Because I feel like when people see the word donate, they automatically assume money. And I feel like get involved is how can I help? And I feel like that also touches on their affective needs, like I'm feeling good because I'm doing good. And lastly, I did want to touch on the Keller's brand equity model, just in simplifying some of the website. This is who we are, this is what we do, and then what about you and what about me and you. So here's just a little bit of information about the Suncoast Primate Sanctuary. This is who we are. What we do is we care for these primates, and I was very careful in selecting my images as well to make sure that it didn't seem like too captive, and not create like a negative attitude toward the sanctuary itself. So those are just a couple of theories that I incorporated in my case study. So thank you.